what's up? Hello. Today's review comes to you courtesy of my favorite thing and best friend, this white shadow wall here. Once again, today's review is of a book by George Watsky. It is called How to Ruin Everything. You may recognize this name because he is prominent both on YouTube and in the music world. He is a fantastic lyricist and writer, known also for his slam poetry as well as his rapping. So if you are familiar with him at all, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and this is his first book. This is a collection of essays, a little bit in the same vein, you know, if you read Mindy Kaling's book, things like that, just a collection of essays recounting of real life stories from his perspective. This book I think is very, very different from a lot of other books that are similar to that. One, because in some instances it is actually hilarious, and two, because it is just linguistically masterful. George Watsky is a very, very impressive wordsmith, and he has done this book in such a way that it is very precisely descriptive, and situations are recounted and described in a way that makes them very expressly real, in a way that you don't often get in books like this. So often I have seen in essay collections that go through stories from people's lives, moments of truth telling in which you can sort of tell that they're telling you this real fact about them, or this real story from their lives that is being done in a way that sort of makes it try and feel cute, or let me tell you this awkward, humiliating thing because it will be funny to you, or because it's just done in a way that makes it feel sold, it feels sellable. And that is not the case here. Everything in this book is very real. It feels very expressly honest. It feels like nothing is being held back. This book opens with a story about being a accidental / purposeful ivory tusk smuggler, which I think is a very bold choice to open with, just presenting the illegality of the situation right up front. And it starts there with this sort of absurd tale of how this happened, all the way through a number of other much more close to home personal battles of his time as a rapper in middle school, and showing that off to a couple of his teachers and finding out how that went. In no way does this pull any punches, I feel like, other than just to be honest for the sake of being honest. I feel like a lot in the past couple of years I've been reading more and more of these kind of books and trying to figure out what their purpose is and why folks feel so compelled to read about these small pieces of insight into the lives of people that we respect and admire. And I got so much more out of this collection, I think, than I have others because of that sense of honesty. And there I don't mean to say that there is not a sense of fun in this book as well, because of course there is, but this is, I think, written by someone who takes their work very seriously, and all of their success, but also their failures very seriously. And I feel like more and more as time goes on, folks don't really like to admit their failures, and the failures contained in here are really just expressed straight in the title, which should really clue you in on how open this book is going to be. Often I find we can derive a lot more reflection on our own lives by reading about other people's failures or experiences that have not gone the way they intended them to, more than reading about the successes of people and their small glorified tales, which are always fun, but often not as reflective. And as a more introspective reader, I find this work to be more thought-provoking than perhaps other books of its kind. If you are looking for something that is nonfiction, very much has a strong command of the English language and a grasp on how to just use words to the most precise and exacting, biting, and oftentimes hilarious extent, this is definitely the book for you. If you're a fan of anything that Watsky has created, also obviously would recommend. To no one's surprise, you can probably tell I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. If you have also read it, please do let me know down in the comments. I'd love to chat about it some more with you. As always, thanks so much for watching. Anything you might want to know is probably in the bar below. I hope you're having lovely weeks and lovely lives, and we will see you very soon.